Alright guys, we are going live, getting ready for our next match of the day, which we have Kex versus Valentino. This morning we saw Chess Demon and Devanch, which was crazy close, a little bit of back and forth. Devanch ended up winning 6-4. But the last game came all the way down to the wire. Chess Demon was trying to charge back and tie it up. Alright, so I'm not sure if Kex and Valentino have played much. I'm not sure how familiar they are with each other outside of going in and looking for their games in the past. So I know they're both doing a lot of prep, so I'm sure that they're getting themselves familiar with the lines that the other person plays. Kind of excited to see what route we're going to go, if we're going to see any new innovative, creative lines. I assume we will if Kex is playing. So we got about a minute before this first one starts. I'm hoping my internet cooperates here. It's been a little silly lately. I don't see Valentino unless I don't have him marked. I feel like the people on my friends list have been getting smaller. Like, I don't know if they're closing their accounts and reopening or if Lichess is removing them off, but I had a few people disappear that, like, I haven't unfollowed anybody. But whatever. Alright, we're at the top of the hour, waiting for this game to load. Don't have any predictions for the match. I mean, I think Kex is a slight favorite based off of how he performed last year. With that being said, though, like, all of the matches so far have been super close. Outside of Chess Demon versus Flo and that very, like, the opening game, majority of the other matches have all been like 6-4. Hello. Thanks for joining. Where's this match? And then other matches were like 5.5 to 4.5. Still trying to figure out where Kex's opponent is. Hopefully we don't have a mix-up. I know that Valentino and Supwitches had a little confusion with their game that they scheduled and ended up playing it at a different time. Hope that's not happening here, because I'm ready to watch a match. What is happening? Like, is the game, what? Here we go. Oh, my internet's being stupid. I can't get the game to pop up. Match just started, and I can't get, here we go. Alright, sorry for the delay. We can come back. We can come back and look here, see what happened. Switch it to White's perspective. So Valentino opens with E3, we get the Polish, and Kex plays G3. Alright, so caught up here. Kex has got his queen out, and, or no, sorry, Valentino has his queen out and Kex has dumped his, pushing the c-pawn. So this is quite a trap here. He pushes this pawn up, we trade, and then this bishop can come out, and depending on if we get the knight or the bishop, you can slide the king over. I guess is the knight safe? Let's look at that again. Wait, hold on, what am I doing? Yeah, I was miscalculating that. Yeah, I had to ditch the bishop, otherwise it could just get grabbed. So can he clean here? He's moving the king over to do it. Looks like it should be doable. He's got 2 minutes to make sure he does it correctly. No blunders. Yep, come out and grab the rook. Alright, White resigns. So Kex takes the first match. Let's see if we get E3 from Kex, Polish from Valentino. Let's see if Kex is going to make up anything new for this. Alright, so he's going to push E4, go with the Canadian. Which I think he used that twice against... I think he used it twice against Schizophrenic Energy. Although with my goldfish memory, I don't remember how those games went. So grabs the queen. Kind of threatening that, so I don't know, like, is that forced there? do feel like we did see something similar, maybe even the same lineup in the first one. We got bishop b2 being suggested and taken. And you would think this suppose this might be an option too. Kind of a race. Like this bishop has 3 kills if you go that way. So I think black comes out ahead here with the material. And I think he can just retreat the knight when he needs to. I'm not sure about that though. Dumping the bishop, I don't know if he needed to do that. Now he's threatening this, but I assume we just see that worst case scenario here. Kind of threatening there, but not really. Like, I think Valentino can just ignore it if he wants. And like, is that mate? I want to say that that's how the last game of Chess Demon in the Devanche ended, when I went in and checked the analysis what it recommended for Chess Demon to do, where it had the 2 pawns and the knight lined up exactly like that. Alright, so we got this. Wait, b8. Oh wait, I'm switching. This is, sorry, I wanted to play from white's perspective. I think this is the same line that we played the first match. So Kex pushing the c pawn again. Alright, so a little bit different this time. Valentino, I think, is making a correction based off of how the first game went. Brings the queen out. It can only go here. So Kex pulls it out of the way. Kind of threatening this. I mean, this has to happen first. And I don't know if it makes sense to play e4. Then you've got this, and then you can then grab the knight. But these squares are covered. It'd kind of be tricky. That might get yourself into some trouble, but I would say even if he does grab the knight, like where does that go? Maybe bishop there. and the pawn sitting here, and then you can kind of march your king over and then set up your other pieces. A bit of a capture chain, but so maybe you do need to push e4, but I don't know if, again, that opens, yikes, too much clicking. Again, like, I don't think you want that, but then you can't just leave the knight here, because then you've got more capture chains being set up. I think Kex is going to be comfortable in this position. I don't think that Valentino can run it. Like, he's got his queen just sitting down here, so now he can just attack with his knight until it can't attack anymore. Like, is that? That way smarter because it gets the rook. So should be mate for black. Kex's Polish is pretty strong. The blocking knights are so much fun. I love doing that. Alright. So those are kind of quick games. Dang it. Alright, trying to get the next game up. Alright, is this... I'm going to go back. This is a completely different line than last time. Kex brought the queen out, and now we've kind of got a queen race. It isn't going to go too far. Like, that's going to be... Or, I thought it would be stopped a little bit sooner. Kex is going to keep it going. Fascinating. I was wondering if he would take the king just to have it, you know, be gone. Yes, Kex did type into the chat to the spectators. He surprised himself. Let's see if he can still stay alive here. I don't... Maybe it's mate for black, but it's definitely not easy because this queen's sitting down here and can kind of just hover around and eat up pieces. So still on Valentino, he's got 45 seconds to solve this. Yeah, had to play there. But like that doesn't work. Sorry, that doesn't work. So I think Yeah, and so I think Kex is... Well, hold on here. Black... Okay, Black just resigned. Again, I don't know. I never resign in case there's a mistake. Alright, so now we have Leodart defense from Kex, and a little bit of a different move. Valentino brings his queen out. That's not as common, but Kex just develops the knight out of the way. So I think it's kind of like a safer position here. So Kex still has his queen, which I know he likes to have. So I actually think Black's a little bit better here, although it's still pretty even. Alright, pushes e4. I don't know if that works out to anything, but feels better than the alternative. I didn't really look at that very carefully to see if there was another option. I mean, threatening here, so the rook has to go somewhere. I guess maybe that, pushing the pawn's an option, yeah. Capture back, you kind of set up. Pins on the bishop. Just dump the bishop. Now they're both sitting here with doubled rooks. I mean, is that... I can't draw arrows. I don't know what's going on here. Has to go here. Yeah, it doesn't work. Because either way, he can get the rook. Yeah, it's just mate for Black, because both of these lose. A lot of losses today with doubled rooks. Like Valentino's probably checking to see like if there's someplace he can move his knight or his rook over to see if that messes up the cleaning and makes it harder, but like really we're sliding and then, or sorry. So yeah, needs to count this, but like, alright, Kex can finish that, no problem. Not sure why, like this morning's match went smoothly, like my internet was fine with the... Alright, apologize, we'll start again. Kex is white. goes a3. I'll be honest, I wasn't expecting an a3. That wasn't in my my realm of thoughts of what was going to happen. And so I think he has to push this, like he needs to get the knight, but I think maybe Valentino's fine here. With the queen just sitting here and having two directions that it can go, you can't really, like if you move the king away, is this attack here, 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 and then white's just in not a good spot. You got this weird pin on this diagonal too, with like all of these pieces covering it. I think Kex did well there, keeping himself safe though. I feel like I would have found a way to lose that instead. Like, so he dumps the bishop. Alright, so black should have the advantage here. This rook's just controlling this space. Like, can he just play e3 or e4? And I think he might have to push this pawn, right? So he develops his other rook, controlling even more space. Now this idea is definitely out the door. And I kind of wonder if you see the king slide over and the rook slide over to kind of threaten that square too, cut off even more space. Kex has nowhere to really go. So is this the capture chain and promote a win? I don't think so. So I take what, like a bishop and be completely fine. Alright, Valentino coming down to 45 seconds. Gonna want to be careful. Like I think he can just leave that pawn there, like if he wants. Maybe even just push this pawn. Or not, because then can you slide out of the way here? Like right now this square is covered by all the pieces. Alright, that's interesting. Looking to see, there's no intermediates because there's not a follow-on move. Kind of just feels like that. Feels like that bishop's coming out. I mean, you got this, but that then makes you so you don't have any pieces anywhere to move. Like, can you play this and then have this as the intermediate? But you've got too many kills. Let's look at that. Here, 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 here. Like, you're still alive because this pawn's left. Yeah, he's looking at this. Like, this is actually covered. If he comes here, then I think we get this. And then here, here, and then you've got another kill lined up. So yeah, it has to be the rook first. But that... Is that similar? You got this kill that's sitting here too. All right, nice work to get a game back. 4-2. Kex is going to stick with the Polish because that's been very effective. Although Valentino's switching it up, though. He's playing it different to get a different game each time. Now I'm trying to remember if... Did we play this line? No, we haven't played this line. This is different. I don't remember there being both of these pawns up. But I know that's a position that Kex likes to have. See, and this is just looking like a queen race. Kex can stop it if he wants, which I assume he probably will. And he has the opportunity to eat the king, which, I mean, he will probably regardless, even if he does stop the race. Valentino down on time. Really calculating to see if... Yep, so Kex stops the race right away. And then really threatening to grab the rook. But he might just eat the king anyways. Like, you just get rid of the piece. Think maybe that's the idea, so that that move can't be played. I mean, Kex has a minute 50 to make sure that he does it correctly. I mean, I'm kind of wondering, like, do you take here, you get the rook, and then do some intermediate where you move the knight out of the way and come down here. But I think that can still be captured back, so that maybe that's not a win, I don't know. I don't think either works for Valentino. I think this is just over. So Kex trying to be extra careful. Just gotta find just some safe places to move. I mean, I don't know if you just push that pawn. Brings it back, that should be over. Alright, so 5-2. Valentino needs to win 3 in a row in order to tie this up. Which I feel like Chess Demon was in maybe a similar situation. I know he needed to do some work to come back, and he almost did it. Oh, and I got disconnected. Alright, so still waiting for my computer to figure out what it's doing with life. But okay, so that's different. Sorry for all the button clicking, my computer's lagging, so I clicked on it a second time. So this queen threatening a lot of spaces, though like the rook being open is fine and you can just capture back with the king. So Kex is sitting okay in this position. And he can just capture back with the rook. So a chance to develop a little bit, although I'm not sure what that would be. Like maybe the knight. Or is there an intermediate here? Capture, capture. Nope, it goes this way and it's covered. So it was close. Close to an intermediate. Yeah, Valentino's trying to figure out like what he's gonna do. Like this pawn structure is pretty garbage, unfortunately. So he wants to. I think that might be a good idea. We'll just get rid of both the Kex's rooks. He's got this file kind of covered, although I don't know. Like this piece is double covered. He's got the pin on the bishop. This can't be pushed because then the pawn just grabs the bishop. I mean, I think we'll see probably Kex developing the knight next, because then he can't push here, because we got there, here, and then there. So slowly march over here to get rid of this rook. And again, we're at Valentino with 20 seconds left and Kex with 2 minutes. And you just leave this pawn sit here like you're not worried about it. You're just going to continue with this king march. So he removes the pin, so that's gone, but this king's coming. Is this? I don't know if that was available or not. No, it wasn't, because you'd have that. I like that move. So now this knight's just stuck. It has nowhere in life to be. And really, that's going to be pushed at some point too to get the knight. Does like that work? And really, like, this pawn can't be pushed because you've got the 2 capture tempo set up. And Valentino down to 12 seconds. And really that can still be ignored, I believe. Like, Valentino's not going to want to give up his king. So Kex is going to make the trade. I mean, I think Kex has plenty of time, and I think this position is still winning for white. But I feel like there might have been maybe an easier way to do it. No, is that? Get the Wi-Fi turned off. Alright, Valentino plays white, and Kex, my friend, plays he plays e5 nx. He's reaching out to me for help. There is no help. Although you can come back. Actually, I would have come back with the queen, to be honest. Alright, so Valentino has mate, but it's not easy. With Kex up 6-2, I think he was like, let's try e5 nx. It's a fire bet special, but it's actually a losing line. Valentino actually played it perfectly to start. Now he just needs to see if he can solve this. I mean, natural instinct is to try to come and grab the knight. So the question is, yeah, like let the queen get killed off. But I don't know, like, does that... Is there a mate in here now for black? is a little bit tricky because like you've got lines like this. Like these knights go in a bunch of different directions. And like this threat's still here, so Kex needs to see like here's another random intermediate. They're just all over the place. But it won't matter if this stops here. Like the question is, can you come back here and then we get like something like that, and then that can't come up anymore. I mean, that was my original thought. But again, so here, 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 here. This is this is nuts. And Valentino has the time advantage for the first time. And really, like, you got G4 grabs the bishop. That seems natural, yeah. You need to keep targets, though. I don't know if like that continues anything. Let's do, I mean, you got two options, three options for Kex in 30 seconds to decide. And really, like, if he plays here, where is white gonna go? Move the bishop out of the way. And that should probably be mate, so I feel like he's here and here. Right, so then this needs to come out of the way. Question is what's after that, though? Because the knight's coming here, but then where does it go next? Like what piece? And you can't retarget the light squared bishop. Can you come here and then grab that, but then you don't have a follow-on move for it. Just uses the knight instead. All right, 7-2. Kex came out of that somehow. Valentino's going to play e6, play something different. He still wants to try to get a win, even though the match didn't come out the way that he wanted. I don't know what this line is. I feel like Kex has played against this e6 enough with the racing that he's not going to make a mistake early, or he shouldn't. But like, this is just all out queen race here. Boy. And again, I'm not doing any of the math. I'll just wait and see what happens, right? That's me. One, two, three, four, five. There's 6 pieces on this end. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces on the other end. They both got one pawn that's advanced a little further than the others. He's got 1:50 to try to figure out what he wants. The thing, he's got 4 options though. Kex has 2. And I don't have any way to predict what I think will happen. Alright, moments away. There's so much calculation, I don't know. So, like, black cannot capture back there, so he's got these 3 choices. At what point, like, then Kex is coming here. Like, do we see here, here, and then here? And then we would be there. Like, I just don't see what black can do. Or, sorry, what white can do. Wait, what am I doing? Like, I don't know what's going on. Alright, 8-2. Good performance by Kex there for sure. Seemed like his Polish defense was very strong. I do appreciate the E5NX line. Probably should go back and look at that one. Was that this one? Why can't I even see, like, what? That's Kex is white. I need to go back another game. Of course, my internet won't even let me go back, so go back. Alright, it won't. So I guess that's the end of the stream. We've got an hour, and the next 3 matches are all at once. I can't obviously stream all 3 at once. I'm going to do Flo and Arun.